Hi nomads! Hi nomads! Welcome again. As I have repeated several times, I came here to this country as an international student. Actually, I made a video about it. It's a quick tour across the Conestoga College, which is the educational institution where I've studied broadcasting performance and digital media. You can check it out at the top of this corner. At the time that I started my studies, I was the only Peruvian in my whole class. I was the only Latino in my whole program during that term. But I've never felt alone. I met great people here in this country. And it was cool to find people who left everything in their Spanish-speaking countries and came to Canada as international students too. They had part in different roles related to the college. And nowadays, they are great professionals working in this country. Please meet my Latino nomad friends.
Canada experience started a few years ago when I was a study abroad student back in Regina, Saskatchewan. I was finishing my university program and I decided to come here to know the Canadian experience. That's where I fell in love with everything here, culture, people, and how nice everyone is. So I knew one day I wanted to come back.
The first challenge was the housing. It was difficult to find housing because I arrived in fall 2021, and I think when you arrive in starting winter times, the things are getting difficult. So at the beginning that was the first thing, and then finding a job. Finding a job was also a little difficult for me.
I started studying here at Conestoga, and my wife started working at a factory, and we couldn't see each other because sometimes for 2 weeks she was working overnight shifts, and then after 2 weeks she was doing day shifts. So it was really hard to even see my wife. We used to share a house, we used to share a life. In Brazil, we used to talk every night, for example, and when we came here, that little thing didn't happen. So it was really hard in the beginning, but everything after that just start building well, and it's just a barrier that you have to go through, right? I think everyone who decides to immigrate has those barriers, those challenges.
The main challenges here was starting all over again. Coming here alone and making new friends, getting to know people, getting a routine, how to take the bus, how to dress differently than what I was used to back in my country because of the cold, or sometimes even the warm climate that there's here during the summer. But mostly meeting people. As we are new and not young, I have to start all over again and get to do activities that get me to meet interesting people that I will have for the rest of my Canadian life. So that was my main struggle. I'm glad to say that I made a good group of friends and I get to know nice people that now are helping me and making this experience be more valuable.
With good networking and talking with friends and with classmates, I got a job and I started getting better opportunities. Do it without fear. Adversities will come. Enjoy the good times, enjoy the bad times, learn from every experience, and don't give up.
You have to know what you want to do, what you want to study, and what are the markets that your job is going to work on. For example, if you choose a program in any college or university here in Canada, you have to know that there's going to be jobs for that program or for what you're studying. So research the market before coming and then decide which program gets better jobs, I think. So you won't waste your time or money studying something that maybe have lower incomes or lower opportunities.
So if you want to come to Canada or really any other place in the world, you need to be strong. I think you need to have that courage to fight and get over the barriers. As I mentioned before, you're gonna find a lot of barriers that you have to overcome them, right? It's not gonna be easy at all. Some people in the internet, they goes, look, I can go to the groceries and I spend only $20. I can buy these things with $20. Or what is the price of tomatoes in Moncton? Why should you choose Ontario or Quebec or Alberta? That's good to know, but not as important as how much education I will have. I will settle with my family in this province or in this country. I am strong enough to miss my family, my culture, my food. It feels like if you are in your home country, it goes like, oh, that's nothing. I can eat whatever I can eat. But when you are here, when you are abroad in the middle of the winter, when it's minus 25 outside, those little things become huge. So you need to be strong and convicted that if you work hard enough, if you go to school every day, if you go to your work every day, everything you wish will come true because you work hard for that.
One thing you might realize when you come to this country is that you can find people from all around the world. Still, when you meet people who speak your own language, you can connect easily. Because immigrant people pass through similar situations and we have a lot of problems in common in our countries. Most of all, we know that we had to come to this country as students. Not only because we had to learn the Canadian lifestyle from the basics, and that is possible through education. So if you're planning to come to Canada, I strongly recommend you to fit into the educational system because opportunities are much better when you finish your program as international student. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell of notifications, and follow us on our social media because we keep posting information valuable for you.
Let's be honest, just because this is not a funny video, it doesn't mean that you won't like it. You're interested in Canada, you're doing your research, and you will have some information and entertainment at the same time. Let's keep in touch. See you around, Amets.